How's it going, class? So, the book I did for my project was Community by Bruce Feldman. And here's my Padlet wall. On my left hand side, as you can see, I have the introduction audio that you can click on, and it'll play a brief introduction of what the book is about. And also on the left hand side, I have my book references and comments from my classmates as I was creating the project. The middle section I have is all the requirements for our grading, and it covers everything from the critical questions that I formulated to ask the class. I actually answered them myself. Reasons why I selected the book, societal impact of the Miami Hurricanes, sociological concepts that were covered throughout the book that I read from our textbook, a reflection of the book, my opinion of what the sequel could be, the reference page, and the handout that I gave out in class. On my right hand side is where I have all the media and supplemental information to complement the book. Now, the U by ESPN 3030, the U goes hand in hand with the text or with the book that I had read. Also, I have a book excerpt which I will click on. It gives you guys a little taste of how Bruce Feldman wrote the book, and it really shows this smash mouth kind of football and kind of character that these guys had from off this one excerpt. I will not read you it due to the profanity and language, but you guys get the hint of it. I also have some video clips and some music clips, and right here is a Luther Campbell. And who Luther Campbell was, he basically paid players to do bounties. That bounties could be anything from an interception to knocking a guy's head off. And this article once you click on it, it kind of gives you a little insider and a little story behind Luther Campbell. And he was a popular hip hop artist at that time in Miami area. Now, you guys have to read this to understand the scrutiny of what was happening in Miami in the 1980s. Pretty much what happened was a black male got brutally beaten and was killed by 3 white cops. The cops were not guilty, and Miami went on a 3-day riot. And that's very key because this is how the city of Miami and the area of southern Florida united. It was through the Miami Hurricanes. So just go over some quick critical questions that I created just to keep in mind while going throughout my presentation. Were the Miami Hurricanes on and off the field behaviors accepted although they were winning? There's my response. Don't try not to cheat. Did the change of coaches every so often impact the football program? And because of how the Hurricanes played the game of football, was it revolutionary or a burden to the game of football? I think there's some pretty good questions that you guys could answer upon yourselves. And then one last thing before I wrap it up is the sociological concepts that were used in the book. If it wants to load, that'd be great. But the sociological concepts I had used were the student athletes being paid, race, and I talked a lot about deviance. So that's my Padlet wall. I hope you guys will enjoy it, and thank you for your time, and chuck up the U.